This is now from WorldSkills 2024 entry speed test for a nylon pulley. So it will be our next drawing. I put this for some time so that you can look at some of the dimensions or be able to capture them even after I've removed this image from the screen because it's too big. So I'll make it now a bit smaller and then we start the drawing. So, but as usual, I want it to be somewhere on the side so that we can see what's going on. So the first thing is saving. I keep saying this. I'll call it nylon pulley because that name pulley can be so much in other drawings. And then, of course, locate it in the folder. Mine will be in WorldSkills and maybe subdivided according to the years. Now we start with the drawing. So I'm going to draw that cross section there. So I'll start with the line, L for line, and then I will draw a line going up. So I will draw a bit of that and then I'll be able to mirror it. So I don't use dimension right now. I just draw like that from there down and like that and then like that. So that gives me how it will look like at the beginning. I do line again and I'm going to put a center line here because we're going to need that for putting some of the dimensions. So I'll start with the overall dimension, which is that 157. From there to the center line, and that is 57 diameter. Okay, then it's a bit exaggerated. Then this drawing has dimensions all over. Some are here, some are there. So if you look at the one at the bottom, that dimension there is 2 mils. And then this one, a bit too much estimation at the beginning, and that should be 1 mil. Okay, so we have the diameter, we have that one. Now we need to produce a shape like that one. So I do line again and I start from there. I'm going to put a guideline here for offsetting and I can remove it after some time. So the gap between these is 3.6 between the teeth, but there is a top of 0.5. So if you see from that end to the other end is 3.6 with that middle part. So I need to offset this one. You do your own calculation to the right, so that will be negative, and I'm going to put 3.1 and leave out the 0.5 in the middle here, which we can deal with as we go on. So that puts me up to somewhere there without this middle one. Then I'll do line again from that point that way. That will be 0.5, which I told you before. So now this line happens to be very big. Let me just trim it off. but this is a bit annoying. Okay, so we need a 40 degrees teeth here. So what we are going to do is to make a center line here and mirror. So I'm going to offset this one again, one side, offset that line, and I do to the right, that will be negative 3.1 divided by 2. And then I'm going to mirror this line. So mirror that line, just be sure that we have the correct center line, which is that one, and then this is what I get. So in here I'm going to put 40 degrees between those two lines. I don't know why it's done that. Let me see. Wait. So that is 57. If I put 40 here, let me try and remove some of these extensions here. Probably confusing it. And then I try to edit this. See the same thing. You see, when there are so many lines, then it may not work very well for us. Yeah. Yeah, so that is okay. It's now 40 degrees. And then we have the 0, the other dimensions have not changed. So we need to put on another dimension, which we need, like I told you, we have to keep going in all the top of these pulley shapes will be that one there, 50 mils. So I do 50 from there to there. That gives us 50 mils there. The other dimension is a bit far, we can bring it nearby. Then we see there's a line here which I need to get rid of. Okay, so far so good. I think I can remove these two lines because they're not giving me any piece. That one. Put a line, put another 0.5 here. This is a very delicate kind of drawing. You may have to find your own way of accomplishing it. Line from that end. Let me put a line first and then I dimension it to 0.5. Okay, so now we can go and do a pattern. So we need a 1, 2, 3 of these from here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pattern this line, hold control, this line, zoom in that line. So if I push this one down here, I go to create, then I do rectangular pattern. I've already chosen what I need to pattern, and I need 3 of them in quantity, and I need them apart from that end to that end is 3.6. So I'm just going to do 7.2. So that's the top of one. You can see there, 1, 2, and then the third one. So to close off this one, I will mirror this other side, and then I click OK. So at this stage now, I'm going to mirror the whole of this because it will be the same on the other side. We don't need this line because it's not part of the whole thing. And then I'm going to draw a line. I'm going to offset this one by the overall thickness, which is 10. Half of it is 10. So that will be half of that shape. So I'm going to now copy this one. I hold control. I'm going to mirror, sorry, that one, and then that one, and this one, and that one to complete the shape. That's all I need. So if I click on mirror, select the mirror line, which is that one, then I click OK, and that's the shape now. There is a problem here I've seen with the dimensions. I've tried so many things, but it doesn't seem to work out because that line does not touch, but I'm just going to extend it. It will increase it by about 0.1. You have to work out that. Maybe you do your own calculation. I may be wrong somewhere. I don't know. So now we have finished that part. I'm going to put that slanting area. We have the dimensions there given. There is 39, and then there is also dimension for 46 on the outside. On the outside. So I'm just going to pick a line, and then I'm going to draw a line from past escape line. I pick a line from there. I go down, and then I can go up here. So from that point to there is 46, and from this point is 39. Okay, so the same thing will be the other side. So using our center line, I'm going to mirror these two. Hold control, mirror, select mirror line, and then I say OK. So that finishes off those two parts. All I have to do now is trim, and the rest of the things I'm going to put after I have revolved. So I'm going to trim off that end, this end, Yeah, basically that's it. If I go here and switch off the dimensions and the constraints, I can see the shape which is coming out. All these lines are not necessary. That one is a center line. I can just change it to a construction line, and then I can get rid of these ones. Don't need it. Okay. Then now all I need to do is just to remove. So you see, that's already done. So on this side, there is it goes in deeper by 13 minus 4 up there. 13 minus 4, that's the depth, which is 9. So I'll do E for extrusion, and I put minus 9, and it will cut inside there. I turn it around on this side. There is here 15 minus 16, 16 minus 15, that's 1. So I do E minus 1, that puts it there. Then there's the hole here in the middle. I do a sketch, and then I draw that hole. Diameter of the hole is down here, is 14.5. It's 14.5, yeah? And that is a through hole. So I do extrude again, click in the middle, put all, and then I click OK. And that one is done. So the only dimension I've not used now is this. There's a small 5 degrees here for the chamfer, this side and that side. And that chamfer is 0.5. So I go here, chamfer. I have to chamfer that edge, chamfer that edge. Make sure it is on distance and angle. The distance is 0.5. The angle is 5 degrees. Click OK. Those are the two chamfers on the both sides. So the only thing remaining now is giving it a bit of color. Let me remove this one. I go to appearance, and it's a nylon. So it's red. So I'm going to put any color. I can put this acrylic red. Close that. And then this makes it too glossy. Let me try something else. Maybe let me try material. And then I put it's nylon. Just put basic plastic. And then I go back to here and put appearance. Let me choose something else. Well, let me just put red. Choose add, let me choose this works thing. Say close. That's okay. The drawing is now finished. Okay. Thank you, and see you in the next drawing.